Oh, hey there. All right, are you ready to grow some salad in your garden? Salad in your salad garden? Well, that is what we're going to get into in this lesson. So first things first, when you are about to plant a new season of salad, you want to make sure that you add some compost to the top of your garden. So in this particular bed, we're in a cedar raised bed here. This is about 2.5 feet wide, 7 feet long. I'm amending this because it's been growing throughout the summer, growing other things besides salad greens. So it's had basil and cucumbers and peppers in here, and now we're going to move it to become a salad garden. So I've just added a layer of compost. You can see it here on the top. And amending your soil every single season is really important. We recommend adding a layer of compost every single time you're switching your plants. So in general, that's going to be every time you move to a new season. So if you're switching from cold season to cool season to warm season to hot season back to warm season back to cool season, you want to come in with a layer of compost and add them. Again, the idea here is thinking about nature. So if that particular season, if those plants had time to completely decompose, if they were left alone in nature, then the next set of plants would be growing in that kind of situation. So when we add a layer of compost, we're simply trying to replicate what would happen in nature, giving nutrients to the new set of plants and really replacing what the previous season's plants have pulled from the garden. In general, I try to add 2 to 3 inches of compost every single time I add a new season of plants. And I literally just put it right on top. So I'll take, you can see here, this was the previous season's soil. It's pretty gray and looking pretty dry. I haven't been, to be honest, keeping up with this soil very much as I transition. So I just kind of let that sit there. I did not dig it up, and then I just put the compost right on top. Then once I get the compost on top, my next job is just to take a rake and really just level it out. So trying to get out the clumps and just get it into a nice kind of sifted material where there's not a lot of lumps or uneven parts, and the soil is nicely set up to be ready to plant. So as soon as you do that, you can even take your hands kind of and rub whatever big clumps there are, and then you just want to level out the soil, and then you're ready for the next season's plants. So this is really all that I do to amend the soil. If you had a lot of problems growing in the previous season, if you had a situation where it was clear that you were missing some nutrients, or the plants that you grew just didn't perform the way you anticipated that they would, you can also come in here and add more nutrients. So you can add some mycorrhiza, you can add some nitrogen-rich fertilizer, anything you want to do to up the dependability of the soil for the next season. But I almost always just play it safe with 2 to 3 inches of compost. And I find that usually balances out whatever was off balance in this previous season and takes care of the next set of plants, at least for their first germination period. All right, so this is amending the soil, and now we are ready to plant. So let's get to it. I'll see you in the next lesson.